Hi everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot. Thought I'd change up the scenery, sit in my favorite reading spot, and just have a little discussion with you all. So, a lot of different things have been going through my mind, and one of the things I want to talk about is how clients or querents or people who receive readings, or even ourselves, how we can get the most from our readings. So what I mean by that is, I see a lot of the time for myself, when I'm giving readings to others, there's always an element of advice. There's always like guidance. There's always like, this is what you should do to really maximize to get what you want to manifest. That is my specialty, because that is what I studied for a good chunk of my life, is law of attraction. So not only do I have a background in tarot, but I have a background in understanding, thoughts, and they create your life and your vibration and how all of that ties into tarot. And so Spirit works through me to give you information. So it's frustrating for me when I have a client who doesn't follow the advice or guidance that I am giving them, that Spirit is giving. For example, I do a lot of love readings, tons of love readings, especially from women who are in relationships or trying to be in relationships. And oftentimes advice will be given. It may not be favorable or fun advice, but it's advice on how to really have this situation turn out optimally for you, how to mitigate damages for when a crisis is happening in your life, or how to get or manifest what you're trying to manifest. Oftentimes it'll be totally ignored, and then my clients will come back to me after they ignored the advice piece and say, well, why is this happening? Why didn't this happen? Well, because you didn't follow the advice piece to the tarot wisdom that I'm giving you. And so, and it's the same for myself. I'm not just speaking to pointing fingers to others. I'm pointing fingers to myself, because sometimes when I do readings for myself, am I always following the advice and guidance that's been given to me in the cards that I do a reading for myself? Probably not. But knowing that about myself, I really am acutely aware when others are doing that. And so I have people in my life that I do readings for, and they ask the same question over and over, and the same thing keeps repeating. They're in this repeated pattern because they have not shifted and changed. And the tarot reading is giving you advice on how to shift and change and move and go in a different direction and manifest what you're trying to manifest. I really see this in the love arena, both with men and women. They want to hear what's going on in their love life. They want the advice. I give that information to them, and then they don't follow it, and then things don't really turn out the way they hoped. And I want more for people. I want more for myself. I want more for people. I think that if you are investing in getting a reading, whether you're paying for that reading or not, it behooves you to follow what's being given. For example, I have, clients who are asking about a particular relationship. The relationship isn't going the way they hoped, and the other person in the relationship is not being really reciprocal in it, and they keep wanting to give more. My client keeps wanting to give more and more and more and more and more to this relationship, and the Hermit card comes up, and then the Five of Cups, and then, or we'll say the Five of Cups comes up, and, well, no, let's even back it up further. In the reading, Three of Swords comes up, Five of Cups, Hermit, and then we see Six of Cups or Six of Wands after the Hermit card. Well, that tells me a lot of information as a tarot reader about your situation. But one thing that's sticking out to me in all of that is the advice card, which is the Hermit card. It's pulling back, you pulling back, going within, kind of pulling away in the relationship and having a moment where there's a wall up between you and this person. They need to miss you. They need to feel what it's like to not have you. Spirit can see that energy and see that is the quickest way to get to what you want to manifest. Instead, my clients do the complete opposite. And then they wonder why they're not getting the 6 of Cups or 6 of Wands. I give them outcomes. I try, if we time permitting in a reading, I try to say, okay, this is what you do. And this is what will happen if you do nothing. If you continue on this path. This is what you'll do if you follow this advice. And this is what you'll do if you just do what I'm really advising you not to do. If time permits in your reading. If time doesn't permit, then I give you what you really need to know. But yeah, oftentimes people do not follow the advice. They go complete opposite. They start blowing up the person they're dating's phone, trying to get them to talk. They text them, wondering why they're pulling back. I gave you advice. Spirit gave it to you. And I use jumping cards. I don't usually do where I, flip them unless I'm running out of time or something, but rarely. I use jumpers exclusively 95% of the time. And these cards jump. And the Hermit jumps out a lot in this situation, a lot in this particular kind of situation. I'm like, and I know, you know why I know? Because I've been in that situation before. I've been in relationships in the past that was not reciprocal. That was, or you feel like you're taken advantage of, like it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel high vibe. It feels kind of low vibe. You feel kind of worthless around this person. You don't know why. You can't quite put your finger on it, but it just doesn't feel very good. You don't feel like they would introduce you as their girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever when they're out and about and they run into their friends and family. It's just, I don't know. There's more to life than to be in that kind of relationship. And so that's why I feel like, that's why God has me doing a lot of love readings, right? A lot of love readings, because that's where I have a lot of, my husband's coming home. Like, that's where I have a lot of, how do I say, experience of heartbreak, 3 of Swords kind of stuff, And it took me going in my hermit mode to be able to get to the other side, to get to a relationship where it's mutually gratifying. And that's what I want for my clients. And it frustrates me to no end when they repeat the same things over and over again. I'm like, no, you got specific guidance and you did not follow it. You did not follow it. So I just wanted to get on here and do a quick little video from a little reading spot. I'm going to do a little reading. I thought I was going to do something before my husband got home, but I saw the car drive up. But that's okay. That's fine. But listen to your tarot reader. And if you're doing the tarot reading for yourself, listen to the guidance and actually try to employ what's being offered in it. So that way you can actually manifest what you're trying to manifest. If you work with me as your tarot reader, I'm going to call you out on it too. I mean, like, first, the second time, I'm like, okay, I get it. Because I was right there with you. I did the same thing, not listening to the guidance. But by like the third time, I'm like, you going to need to listen to the guidance. Because you're not going in the direction that you're trying to go in. That's where the coach in me comes out. Like, nope. I see bigger things for you than what you're able to see in your vantage point. And the same thing for my own self when I'm getting readings. Like if I go pay for a reading for somebody else, for me, or if I do my own reading for myself, I need to follow the guidance. So that's what I wanted to jump on here and chat with you guys about. What are your thoughts about that? I mean, tarot readers, pile it on in the comments section. What are your frustrations and what guidance? And if you could speak to your clients, whether it's in-person readings or whether it's virtual, like I do a lot of my readings virtually, probably only 10% of the time I'm doing in-person readings. So I want to hear from you. And in clients and people who get readings. What would make it a better experience for you? Like, what would make your experience, whether it's a virtual reading or an in-person reading, better for you or more comfortable for you? And also, can you understand the importance of hearing the guidance and then following it? Because that's so important to manifesting your dreams, manifesting their love relationships. And there will be often times when I'm doing a love reading and it's like for a single person, like a person who's single, no like super real prospects coming. And they're asking for guidance on how to start meeting people and meeting mates and where to go and when to be there. And I give you all that guidance and then you just stay home for the whole month. I need you to meet the universe halfway here. I literally have clients that will, and I'm calling you guys out. You know that I call you out when it's necessary. I'm gentle because people were gentle with me. I had to be called out. I've had to be called out, guys. I'm not just sitting up here doing this. Trust. I've been called out in the past. So it's just important to follow it. Like I've had clients where they're like, I just don't know. I want to meet someone new, but it's just, I can't meet anyone new. And they don't do anything at all. I'm like, well, here, the cards are saying you're going to, if you go maybe this place, and around this time of the, month, chances are you're going to meet someone. Your friends are going to introduce you. So you need to kind of answer your phone when your friends call this month, or when they text you, you need to respond timely because there's, some movement going on there. And nothing. You don't do anything to meet the universe halfway. So don't be surprised by the outcome when things don't come about in the reading. Because let me tell you, when I follow and do what the reading guidance is suggesting and calling for, magic happens in my life, like seriously. And that happened whether I had tarot cards or not. I mean, that happened with me setting my intention and having that co-creative experience with spirit. And whether I had tarot cards or oracle cards or not, that's neither here nor there. But the tarot cards really help to refine all that content that we have in our life, kind of distill it down in a way to really understand and really make some action plans and make some new strides and new directions. That's how I like to use tarot. So I've rambled long enough. Again, I'm inviting all of you to chime in. Let's have a discussion about that. Yeah, that's it. Just calling us out and making sure that we make the most of our reading experiences so we can manifest our dreams. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Much love. So many blessings to you. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.